4. Okay, so the left-hand one, like I say, was your original swings at the start of the session. Okay, for the most part, there's quite a lot of good things in that setup. Say hands are just a little bit sort of too far back behind the golf ball, which in some ways is going to encourage you scooping it a little bit anyway, okay? You can see here now in terms of swing, as we go back, decent rotation here, but as you start coming back down now, your hips are very spinny, so there's not much sort of lateral movement there with that hip. I mean, if we think kind of where your hips are there, they don't really move that far left of to target. But you think the tall players are moving their pelvis a good 12 inches.
So it's more like
so you need to do that rotation again, do that again, and then from there, do that again, rotate back, and then that way. You need to move it that way, which again, when you're doing the stepping drill, which we'll show you now, your pelvis will move a lot, and that's what we're going to try and get you into that impact position, because when you come back into impact now, we can see next frame or so, there's your impact position. Hand, as we can see now, kind of behind the goal ball, pretty much back where they started, that original green line, okay? And you've moved an inch or so the weight's still hanging back, adding loft, hooking it, pulling it or whatever, and with the driver, that over the top sort of scoopy action, it's going to potentially cause quite a lot of slices, okay? So the stepping drill here now, you can see sort of as you start getting here, look how far you start your pelvis, probably halfway across the middle of the mirror, I would say there now. As you get here, you start stepping, so you cover the ball in the reflection there when you get the top, there. Then you keep going and you get almost the other side of the mirror, and look at that impact position, You go back to the frame there you go. Perfect. Okay. So that's, if you could do that over and over and over and over again, just to relearn that movement. Okay, so this will be what we call as practice. You're testing then when you hit the golf ball to see what the ball does. If you do it better, and this is what we generally see now as like a go-between, this is now hitting the ball, the hands are further left, which is a good start, okay? As you get up here now, the hips now, so if we draw a line from there now.
At that point.
At this point, you need to now start shifting more. But I mean, I would say from where you were there, in the previous one, your hip barely got through the line. This one, you've already got through it there now. There's a bit more through there. And impact, we are, next frame, there. Look where the hands are there, and the hands now are nearer the middle of your legs. If you compare those two impact positions there, where your hands are, I mean, they've moved over, it seems in knockers when you moved over 3, you're like, oh really, is that it? It feels in your mind your hands are over here somewhere, doesn't it? But that's why you've got to practice that move over and over again to get that feel, and then once you've practiced it, you test it about in golf balls, and then through to that follow through.
So
have you got belt loops on your trousers there, on your shorts? Belt loops on your shorts. Perfect. Okay, right. We'll work on it. I'll record on here the video, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So we're going to put a stick through your belt loops here. If you take the belt loops, so just stick that through your belt loops like it's on there, Thomas, on the video. Okay, so you can see what it goes through the middle too, just across your belt loop there. And what you're going to do, you're going to swing back here now. And when you rotate, that's going to be behind you. You're going to feel now that stick's going to stay back there as the arms come back down. Okay? And I'll show that now to hopefully make more sense when we practice it.